Hello, 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 hello. How are we all doing today? It's another day where there's no face cam because, like, let me just look at my phone real quick and tell you what temperature it actually is here at the moment. 25 degrees today, which is approximately 7 too many. It is too many degrees Celsius today. Hello, Darth. And it's gonna be getting even hotter later this week. It's supposed to be, like, not yet, Daniel, but soon. I've got my room, like, I don't know if you can hear, like, background noise from outside. Is there anything going on outside at the moment? No, there's no background noise from outside yet. But I've got all of my windows open. So expect to hear, like, cats and birds and stuff. And potentially my mother shouting at the cats. Because I'm doing my best to not overheat today. He says with a cup of coffee sat right beside him, and I forgot to, I forgot to go down and refill my water. When will Linux be released? I don't know. I'm waiting for, like, that to be the comment of the day. When everybody's spotted Lone Oaks in the testing queue, it's like, when is Lone Oak coming out? Yes, I saw it was in testing queue. Right, let's get this heading on the... Oh, crap. This is kind of making a mess, but it'll be fine. I have changed the insanity rules a tiny, tiny bit today. Or last night. What's my closest town? I'm not going to say what my closest town is. Because my closest town is about a 5-minute walk. Is Landy going live today? I think Landy's going live today. I'm not sure. Bear in mind that he's going off camping like next week. Yeah, like a week or so from now. Did that fly? Go away, fly! Stop trying to steal my coffee. There, fly. You can have the rest of the coffee now. I'm finished the coffee. So I have changed the rules of Insanity a tiny little bit. You can see that I've got money cheat on actually, so just turn that off because I've done some equipment swaps. Done one equipment swap and just bought one new piece of equipment to suit the rule change. And that is because I tested whether or not the D1000 would actually work with seasons. It doesn't. It doesn't, and that's a real shame. So I've had to swap the Veiler. And it is now the Welger. Now, because I'm using the Welger, and I couldn't find a bale sled after... I literally went onto ModHub US, which, if it exists, is on ModHub US. Doesn't exist. There's no bale sled, bale accumulator, whatever you want to call it, on ModHub US. What is the tractor? It is an IHC, an International Harvester Company, 844. It's an old case, effectively. Luckily, I won't have to roll that up again. Yes, this is kind of my point here. Is like, this is the best way to do it. You think slurry should be banned? No. That fly is going to be mental for the rest of the day, because that was quite strong coffee. I was reasonably tired, so I made double strength coffee this this afternoon, earlier when I was making coffee, I guess is the best way to put it. So that fly is going to be it might get killed by a caffeine overdose now. I may have unintentionally murdered a fly with coffee. Hello, JAG Gaming. A fly, yes, the fly like dived into my coffee cup and started drinking it, and it's either gonna be it's either gonna be awake for like a month now or dead. Where's the face cam? It's off because I am doing my best to keep cool. We're going with conventionals. Yes, getting to the point that I was getting to. I've gone with conventional bales, and because of that, I've decided that autoload is only allowed for conventionals, because otherwise it's just no. So I have changed the rules document to say you can use autoload, but only for the small conventional square bales. Because it's supposed to be difficult. It's not supposed to be an easy challenge. Why is disgusting? What, coffee? Coffee, yes. Cappuccino, no. Cappuccino is delicious. What's my favourite colour? Depends on my mood, the day of the week, where the sun is in relation to the planet Mars, and the star system Betelgeuse. Which may or may not exist. Here's a funny thing. I'm gonna do a bit of science and astronomy. Is it astronomy or astrology? Star sciencey thing. So Betelgeuse, a red giant star, may or may not currently exist. Opinion on slurry, not coffee. Splash plate slurry is getting banned, Daniel, which is what you smelled. Injected slurry doesn't smell as bad. But Betelgeuse may or may not exist. It may have gone supernova, but because it's, I think, a few hundred light years away, we don't actually know yet. So as far as we know, it still exists, and it's up there in the sky and being a red giant. But in reality, it may no longer exist. And when Betelgeuse does go supernova, because it will happen relatively soon, astronomically speaking, when it goes supernova, there will be no nighttime on Earth for a week. It will be like the sun is up 24/7, and during the daytime it'll be like there are two suns. Because Betelgeuse, the supernova will be that bright. The explosion of that star is going to be so bright that the Earth will be lit up for literally a week. That's a fun little kind of star fact for you guys. There will come a time where there is no nighttime for a week, worldwide, and it's going to confuse everything. Hey, Duffer. It's just gonna screw up so many animals. Just imagine like all the nocturnal animals waking up and it's bright and just being like, checking their watches like, it is 10 p.m. Where's the dark gone? It's supposed to be dark. My watch says it should be dark. I don't know why this animal has a watch, but it does. They banned it because... Actually, Archie, it's being banned because it... not because of the smell, but because it is incredibly wasteful of slurry. It's actually much better to inject. You get much higher yields, a much higher fertilization if you inject slurry as opposed to splash plate spreading. Because if you can smell slurry, that's slurry that's just being put into the air as particulates. Did I hear a new mod map of the USA is coming? No, tell me more. Is it by any chance called Lone Oak Farm? Is it by BulletBill? I believe it's just going to be light energy, but I haven't done enough like research and looking up about Betelgeuse. Also, it's not spelled Beetlejuice. It's B-E... What is it? B-E-T-L-E-G-E-U-S-E. Beetlejuice. Or Betelgeuse. Whichever you prefer. Yeah. So many people think that, like, oh, slurry spray is getting banned because people can't have it. But no, it's genuinely better to inject. It's just cheaper to splash spread. That happens, simulator gaming. Insanity on Lone Oak. No, I've got like 6 different plans for Lone Oak, and I don't know which one I'm gonna do until I actually start. Oh god, the heat. Just in from bailing. Hey, thank God for air conditioning. I hate you, Seamus. I want air conditioning so badly right now. I've literally, my air conditioning is a pair of windows that are open beside me and there's like no breeze. The movie Beetlejuice ruined the spelling of... Yeah. What you need to do, Shadowbox, is read A Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Because Zaphod Beeblebrox is actually from Beetlejuice. What's up? The temperatures, unfortunately. Way too far. Somebody's broken the thermostat. I mean, it's cooler than it was earlier. It was 26 earlier. But still too hot. Still too hot for Dave. Especially seeing as this PC just for some reason just exudes heat. Hello, Jake. How are you doing today? How's everybody doing today? I forgot to ask at the start of the stream. Like, we all know that I'm melting. Because I'm Irish and fat. Two things that just don't deal with heat very well. Fat Irish man melts in heatwave. Who would have thought that would happen? Whew. Yuso is good. Good to hear Yuso. Man is hot. Man is hot. Whew. You have air conditioning. Don't tease me, Seamus. Glad you don't have to pretty much all black. Oh yeah, no thanks. Hello, Evil Knievel. Complaining about 70. Yes, because we're not used to it. No, Welker. Which looks like a really well-made recreation of the real area, but I don't know about playability too much. It looks incredibly dull. And that's it. That's the criticism of the real life area. It's just like, that doesn't look too much fun to work in. It's hot in Kerry, but it's cloudy. It's, yeah, pretty overcast. It's like cloudy here too, which is slightly more worrying. 236 bales, hey, big squares, 8 foot long, great, hey, brilliant. Oh god, he started sending me World Cup scores. From yesterday. Because I sent him a message on Steam saying, Fahy, you never sent me the scores yesterday. People on Discord, I can tell you for a fact that it has not yet passed on PC. I can tell you that it's not passed for PC yet. It's only for some reason in console testing at the moment. And the only reason I can think is that, exactly what Glengar just said, the only reason I can think is they kind of prioritize the console version because, and I firmly believe this, it would be better if the console version came out first, because that way the console guys... Fahy has no internet on his PC at the moment. Why was he on Steam then? Fahy has internet, it's just like he's using mobile internet. So he's a bit cautious about how he uses it. I should do a multiplayer game. I did before, Jake. And there's a good reason that I don't do multiplayer now. And it's the very same reason. It's that multiplayer game is the reason I don't do multiplayer anymore. You get to see him on mobile. Yes, and that's why he was telling me he was playing Farm Sim. No, he's using mobile internet on his PC. He's like hooking it up to his mobile or something. So he's a bit cautious with how he spends his data. That's the 5 hours on old air conditioned, non-air conditioned. Why is fishing parents? It's because it's relaxing. Same reason that I absolutely love FSX and Crusader Kings. It's really relaxing. Nathaniel, I responded to that comment already. Yes, I know Welker Farms is coming. And I'll be quite honest, I'm not too interested because it looks like a really good recreation of a real life area that looks incredibly dull. Like that. I don't mean to be rude, and I mean zero disrespect to Mapper's Paradise. I think what they've done with Welker is great, but unfortunately the real life area just looks incredibly dull. Look it up on Google Maps. Look up Welker Farms on Google Maps. It's just boring. Yeah, Glengar, I'm with you there. It's much better to get console versions of maps out if there's a PC specific version. To get the console version out first, because then at least the console guys have it. Do I have House Flipper? No, I do not. I should probably like send an email to see if I can get it, but I'm not overly interested. I'm like overly pushed about getting House Flipper, if I'm honest. Because it's a Playway game, and I know from experience that Playway have... I don't know why as well, like, indie games tend to have so many problems, especially the ones that I get. So many problems with optimization. Like, it's at times just a hot mess. That's what it looks so boring. It's... I have the, like an early version of it, the beta, which for some reason didn't turn into a normal key, into like full key like it usually does, but it is quite fun, very repetitive, quite very relaxing. Like that's one of the draws to play it. It's a really relaxing game. That's only some console players, Archie. Like, that's the vocal minority. Unfortunately, the silent majority is usually left behind in that and lumped in with those people. But it's a vocal minority, say that. Most console players are fine, in my eyes. I'll make fun of console, but if you're one of the people who just enjoys playing Farm Sim and doesn't really care if a mod's on console or not, know that I'm not talking about you. Will you be able to shoot your sheep in FS19? There's been no confirmation either way of that. Landy spotted something, because we were looking up the pre-order on Amazon France last night. He spotted something in the cover that was interesting. And if he wants to talk about it during his stream today, then by all means he can go ahead. I'm not going to say what he saw, because I'm not going to take his theory away from him. But it might relate to what's being announced at FarmCon. Hello, Michael. If you're enjoying today's stream, by the way, hit the like button for Melty Dave, and hit the subscribe button for more melty goodness throughout the week. By the way, it's so hot in my room, and I found this out this morning. It's been so hot in my room that I've had like chocolate digestives in here all week. They've been melted, as it turns out. Like, I was eating them earlier on before I got out of bed because I'm fat like that. And the chocolate was actually melted. Like, that's how warm my room gets during the summer. How am I hot? Good thing the face cam is not. Yes. How are mods different on console? They have a much higher standard. They have to have shaders a certain way. They have to have like really specific things done to them. For example, there were texture errors that didn't exist on PC on console on, I think, the West Coast. If you can't see Melty Dave, just imagine me, but covered in sweat. I did an iRacing race last night when I was on TeamSpeak with Landy. And I said, oh my god, this is so immersive. I'm literally dripping in sweat right now. I'm like driving a single-seater, and I literally, like at the end of the race, grabbed a piece of kitchen paper that I have in my room for kind of cleaning my monitors and stuff. And I just started wiping my forehead with it because I needed something to just wipe the sweat away. Are most mods available on console? No. Most mods are PC only because they're released on the most questionable mod sites in the world. Most mods that go up on Giant's Mod Hub are on console, yes. How many screens do I have? 2.5. I'm gonna count my mobile as a screen because I'm using that for streaming now. 2.5 is probably my best answer that I can give. Like, I've got 2 monitors, one has the game, one has chat and all the streamy stuff, and then I've got my phone for like 1 or 2 small things. Well, one thing in particular that isn't playing ads. My phone is for playing ads because I've realized, Landy told me this, you can use your phone to do that. So I'm using my phone as an ad button because I am money hungry. Also known as I'm trying to make some money because YouTube doesn't pay. No, because like this is in essence my job. Hello, Irish Game. This is effectively my job, guys. So I mean, I think it's fine to play like 1 or 2 ads every so often. And it's roughly every half hour I try and play ads, so it's not like I spam them. Give me an ad then? Michael asked for it. I'll give you 2, I'll be generous. Let's see who wins the ad lottery. Let me know what's being advertised to you. And if you get one in a weird language, let me know as well. Because I got one in Italian yesterday, and I got one in Japanese a few days ago. Like that's a game that I like to play. Is like, what language? What does Google think you want? And what language does Google think you speak? How was my day? Yes, I got out of bed, made a sandwich, and now I'm streaming. No ads. Oh. No, nobody wins the dice roll. Everybody loses. There's an ad. I pressed the ad button twice, but I mean it's throwing a bunch of ads up in the air and everybody's like a mile apart, so usually you don't get one. It's like 52 pickup, only worse. Was it a found beef? What? Barn Lodge? Was it a corned beef sandwich? Yes. There was more corned beef in the kitchen. I ate an entire pack of it again. By the way, every time I make a corned beef sandwich, it's literally an entire pack of corned beef. Because I'm the only one in the house that eats it. So it's like, my mother goes out and buys corned beef. I open the fridge, there's corned beef. I've literally done this in the past. Sometimes I'll go as far as to just take the pack of corned beef up, open it up, and just eat corned beef. Are mod maps available on consoles? Yes. Certain maps are. Not all of them, but certain ones. It's up to the modders themselves to submit them for console, and then to ensure that they're going to work on console. Like, scripts aren't allowed on console, custom skyboxes aren't allowed on console. There's like this really long list of restrictions for console maps, unfortunately, which is why so few actually make it on. Whole large Are you talking about Spam 1174? No! No, 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 no. Sliced corned beef. You can play Oakfield while listening? That's a good idea. I tend to like play games while I'm watching, like when I've got streams on. Like yesterday during Landy's stream, I was, I think I was in iRacing practicing the Nordschleife. And I need to do that again today, so if Landy's streaming, I'll probably be in iRacing practicing the Nordschleife, or eating. Or, well, probably actually, I'll go down and refill my water bucket. Or my water drum, and just douse myself in water. Seeding Field 34, I have no reference for what that is anymore. Where's the face cam? It's been switched off for the week, because it's just... Summer has arrived with a vengeance, and it's... about... It's almost twice as hot as what I like. They're asking soon much money for FS19. They're asking the same for FS19 as they are for FS17. The price you see on Amazon is wrong. Listertan has confirmed that it is going to be the exact same price as FS17 was. So if you're looking forward to FS19, you're wondering how much it's going to be. How much was FS17 at launch for you guys? Wherever you are. I think FS17's base price on Steam has not changed since. It might be on sale at the moment, but I think the base price hasn't changed. It was €35 at launch, which tells me that FS19 is going to be about €35 at launch on PC. The reason, by the way, and Lizardan spoke about this on Discord a few days ago, and I never mentioned this. The reason console gets the Season Pass for the DLCs, and it's a really good reason, is they pay more for the game by itself. So they pay a bit more to get all the DLCs as well. And they end up spending... I think it's about the same in total as PC does. Like for the game and all the DLCs, courtesy of the Season Pass. It's something that I complained about, but now that the logic behind it has been explained in a clear and concise manner, it's... Yes, I like how the Farm Sim Discord looks now. I don't know how they got the bot to recognize reactions though. That's really cool. That's really bloody cool. I like that. Get a paddling pool filled with water and my room is about the same size as a paddling pool. Is that the wrong? I think it is. I think, if memory serves, it's a bot Rakin made for them. So, apparently he has been fiddling with the Discord API. You only like the... That's the problem with, like, Season Passes, is sometimes you'll get stuff that you just don't like. Sorry, I'm just... I forgot to set my chargers up because my e-cig is complaining that it's low on battery and my phone is at like 26%, so I'm just going to stop here for a second and set my bloody chargers up. Of course you have to shout at me with your low battery while I'm streaming, e-cig, you absolute git-faced mung-bean. Here we go. What fresh hell is this? How many square feet is my room? I think I worked it out as like 60 or 70 or something. It's 14 feet by, I think, 8 feet or 9 feet. How's it going with small hay bales? I haven't started it yet, Martins. That's actually the next job on the agenda. Once we get Field 81 tedded, which is what we're heading off to do right now, we're going to grab... What can run the baler? Because it's like 50 horsepower required, isn't it? Where's the baler? 51. What do I have that's 51 or more horsepower? 56, 75, 47. We'll use the 1630 to do it. I feel like that'd be cool. Is my room the biggest? No, it's the smallest. My room is the smallest, like the second smallest in the house after the bathroom. Hence why, like, I'm always complaining about it being messy, because it's really difficult to keep a room this tiny clean and tidy, because there's not much I can do. I'm gonna run off in about 10-15 minutes and just run downstairs and grab a can of Coke so I got something to drink for the remainder of the stream, by the way. Because I get the feeling that I'm gonna be gasping for fluids of some description. So Diet Coke will be my fluid of choice. By the way, I did accidentally do some extra testing last night with the with seasons, and yeah, if you TED with wet crop on, you literally just get more grass at the back when the wet crop warning is up, because that actually happened to me. So I have had to turn that off temporarily. Did Landy stream last night? No, he didn't stream at all yesterday. So whoever said he was streaming on a second channel, no, that was him putting archives up. Potentially you just missed one of his streams that were as they were live. Okay, it's getting hot now. I should mention my PC when I'm playing Farm Sim heats up the room. So as time progresses, it gets progressively less comfortable for me. Oh boy. A nice breeze coming in through the window though. That's my saving grace today, is a mild breeze. As I become Liquid Dave. It's like Liquid Snake from Metal Gear Solid, only fat and useless. How am I doing? I'm doing good. Too warm for the face cam, very much so. Don't expect the face cam to return pretty much at all this week, because I've seen forecast temperatures as high as 30 degrees Celsius, which for Ireland is about 3 times the average temperature. And double the average at this time of year. So it's, yeah, not fun. Not fun for fat man. The funny thing is if I was in Spain or something, I'd be perfectly fine with it being like 30 degrees. Oh. So, we just have Field 81 to do, and once we get this done, we're gonna head back to the yard, grab the John Deere. We need to refuel the John Deere, I am aware of that. So we'll fuel that up and get the baler on the back. Not fun for Skinny Man either. Yeah, not fun at all, generally. So we'll get the deer down to the shop after it's been refueled, grab the baler, and get a baling. We're going to be doing conventional square bales, small square bales, and I have made a change to the rules of Insanity that allows me to do the thing with the things. We give out when it's too cold, and too warm, and too in the middle. I have allowed myself to auto-stack small square bales just because it'd be insane otherwise. It would be too difficult. Like, the challenges... like, this is supposed to be a difficult challenge. Yes, it's not supposed to be unplayable and that you'll just hate it. VR Farmer and Chris Whiting, thank you guys for both subscribing. Welcome to the two of you to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Simulator Gaming, remember I keep stream labels up, which is what Streamlabs has as like a feed of what's going on, so I never miss subs. I might not mention them immediately, but I always see them. I always thank you guys. Jamie Humphrey as well. Thank you for joining the RainbowDave Madhouse. Thank you very much for subscribing. Hope you enjoy your stay. That was bad. That was just backwards and horrible. I'm doing good. A bit overly hot because Irish and actually warm weather. Um, I will survive. I'll be like, what's her name? Tina Turner, whoever sings I Will Survive. Is it Gloria Gaynor? That'd be kind of fitting. At first I was too hot. I was sweatrified. What temperature is it in Ireland? Let me just refresh my phone here real quick and I can give you like a good idea. It's oh good lord, no wonder I'm overheating. It's 27. 27 degrees Celsius. That explains a lot. Hello, bucko. $30 there, yeah. I don't think I've ever seen it this hot here. You don't have your second screen. Yeah, that's part of the fun of trying to work things out with a single screen. It's an average day, and so yes, but you're used to it. I'm not. If you're enjoying the stream, by the way, hit the like button. We're aiming at 50 likes today. We've got, what, 63 people in, so I think we can pretty much hit that now if you're enjoying. I think you broke G27. Green light's just flashing. Have you tried... This is generic tech support question number 1. Have you tried turning it off and back on again, Dan? Thought I was going to use the D1000. I was, but I tested it last night and it doesn't work with seasons. I tested it on the test version of this map. It just didn't work. Which was a bit of a shame. It was 42 Celsius here last night. Oh, good. No thanks. Pass. Sometimes if it's just flashing green, you need to just turn it off and back on again. Sometimes you need to reboot your PC. Sometimes you need to reinstall the drivers. It's a hot mess of just like different things that you might need to do. Yes, thank you, job email, for recommending me a telecoms job. Yeah, you've only missed Teddy. And me realizing it was 27 degrees Celsius. Ouch. Hot. I wouldn't want to be driving today in like an old car from like the 50s or 60s that doesn't have aircon. Like anything that doesn't have aircon is just useless today. Especially vehicles. You ate. Well done, Eddie. This would actually be kind of good to drive today. The 844. Because, like, it's shaded. This is kind of... I guess this is made for hotter climates. Where like, you're in the shade and you get all the breeze from stuff. Yep, working out. Yeah. G27, Dan, can be... How do I put this nicely? A bit finicky at times. It'll sometimes decide... oh, I'm not gonna work until you, like, reboot your PC. It'll sometimes decide, oh, I'm not gonna work until you reinstall the drivers entirely. Oh, I'm not gonna work until you unplug me and plug me back in. I'm not gonna work until you disconnect the power supply and reconnect the power supply. It just gets really weird and finicky. No Snootatron? No Snootatron today. We're using the Bale-O-Matic 5000 though, James. Gonna use the Bale-O-Matic 5000. Yeah, same, Dan. Like, I pretty much need to reinstall the drivers most Windows updates. You get used to it. Where's Nightbot? Have the Nightbot servers broken again? Could somebody throw the Nightbot command in and just test Nightbot for me? Eddie! Nightbot, are you there? Nightbot's there, Nightbot's there. I was worried for a second. So what I'm going to do once I'm back in the yard is I'm actually going to just run AFK for like 2 minutes. I'm going to leave the game up because I don't have a face cam to hide this time around. And I'm just going to go get myself a can of Coke. Which if you're learning Korean can be, or if you're learning English from a Korean person can be very unfortunate. So I'll be back in like 2 minutes or less. And as promised, I'm back with a can of Coke that's been heavily damaged. And I hope it doesn't explode right now, because I'm about to open it. Please no explode. Hey, it didn't explode. Five-litre drum empty. Yes, and I forgot to refill it. And it'll take a couple of minutes to refill, so it's quicker to just grab a can of Coke. So, this needs refueling. I need refueling. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it. Wait, no, that's McDonald's. What's Coke's thing? Always the real thing? What's Coke's, like, tagline now? I can't remember off the top of my head. I need to get out of it. That's actually not a high priority, Alex. Believe it or not. So now you get to see the autoload trailer that I've chosen once we get down to the shop, because I have chosen an autoload trailer. Specifically for these small bales. Some of you might not be surprised by the one I've decided on. Taste the feel. Why would you taste the feel? How can you taste the feeling? That's a really dumb advertising thing. Like, taste the feeling. What? Did you guys watch a Skittles ad in the 90s and say, see, taste the rainbow, and then be like, it feels. Ah, taste the feeling. No, that's not. That makes no sense, Coke. Taste the real thing. Is it feel the tasting the real thing? Hello, Tino. How are you doing? Why am I doing a Yogi Bear impression? Hello, Boo Boo. Hello, Tino. How is it going today? We're gonna have ourselves a picnic basket. That was a really bad Yogi Bear impression. I know I've gone with like Feel the Taste or something. So here's our small bale equipment. All of it. We got ourselves our auto-load trailer, which I'm allowing myself because no. And our baler, which is a little Welger. Hello, TJC. So Bale Day 2 Electric Boogaloo is going quite well. It's also called Bale Day 2 Electric Boogaloo because I was kind of tight on time and couldn't think up a new title, so I just decided to make a sequel. Get out of the way! Did I cheat this in? Yes! I had to, because even if I sold the baler, the D1000 I had legit, it wouldn't have worked too well. So I did a straight swap to a smaller baler. Thought I wasn't allowed to auto stack. I wasn't, and then I changed the rules. I changed the rules to allow myself, or to allow everybody auto stackers if they want to do conventional bales. Because conventionals are the most difficult bales to bloody deal with in the game. These are the absolute worst bales in the game. I love them, but they're the worst bales in the game. Even though like they're modded in, I appreciate they're modded in. Mods can be wonky, but I love these, but they're just blah. I fit right in. Darth, have you actually seen the iRacing video I did? Because this is me doing like farm sim driving with no force feedback whatsoever, where I'm just kind of like... All the movement I'm doing now is the dead zone for force feedback. Apart from that bit. The wibbling I was doing, that was just dead zone. I was just throwing the wheel one way or another. Like this... If I just turn until I feel some resistance. This is the dead zone. It's quite large. Take it. I looked so hard, and I just couldn't find. I did an iRacing video. Yes, it went up. Was it yesterday? Skip Barbers at Mosport or Mosport in Canada, which, as it turns out, and Landy realized this last night, isn't too far away from him. It's like the other side of. Is it Toronto from him? Like some in real life small hay bales. Very nice. You're flying home yesterday. Yeah, but that's not an excuse. So... Oh god! Away we go! Yes, literally a speed. Am I allowed to turn off the traffic? No. I'm keeping the traffic on as much as possible. I'll turn it off like if I'm stuck in between two cars because farm sim glitches, but as much as I can I'm avoiding turning off the traffic. No internet. What kind of plane in 2018 doesn't have Wi-Fi? Oh yeah! Look at the power of this deer. Raw, unhinged power. The funny thing is, in real life, some people actually do bail at the speed. I don't know why, but they do. Each of these bales is just under 500 litres, by the way. Ryanair, yes, but Ryanair are at least short haul. Like, Rome to America is not exactly a short haul flight. IHC's needed here. Yeah, I didn't want to use the IHC for 2 different jobs in a row, but it's looking like I might have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to swap over to the IHC. So let's just bring the deer back to the yard, grab the IHC. We'll refuel the IHC as well, just so that that's done. And we'll move onwards and upwards and downwards and sideways and loop-de-loop. With the bailing. Yeah, oops. You're on an older plane on the way back. You should complain to Alitalia that your plane was bad. And that they should feel bad. Please don't bring up the unlock thingy. Thank you, phone. Do I like Ed Sheeran? I'm completely apathetic towards his music. I don't particularly care one way or another. You all got a refund. I think he makes good music, but... eh. Welcome back, Shadowbox. I'm kind of annoyed that I have to use this thing on the baler. I did want to use the deer, but the deer didn't want to do it. Kids who wouldn't stop making noise. Is that just like an average kid on a plane? Did I hear about Shamrock Valley? Yes. I've known about Shamrock Valley being like 99% done for a few days, by the way. Like... I'm really looking forward to it. It's kind of looking like it'll go into frontier testing very, very soon. Like, in the next... possibly week or two, which is kind of surprising. I wasn't expecting it until the middle of the summer, like another month or so. But no, it's going a lot faster than I'd expected, and I'm pleased. Hello, farming man. How are you doing today? Does that count as singing for the people who always insist on me singing things? You're not a big fan of the main yard. I like... everything I've seen so far I like. It just feels authentic to me. Hello, Pierre. Is that the map I'm really looking forward to? Yes, Shamrock Valley. The first Irish map I've ever actually been hyped about. 60 like... I get the feeling James is watching on mobile and has horrifically delayed likes. Because if you're watching on mobile, the likes can be really, really delayed. Looks too modern? I mean, the thing is he's trying to make it just generic Ireland, so there's gonna be like a modern yard somewhere as a main yard, and then the rest are gonna be kind of everywhere. Are these tiny bales? No, they're massive. Can you not see how big they are? Just look at the size of these things. Look. Look at how big this bale is. Like, it's almost bigger than the tractor. In fact, now it is bigger than the tractor. Look at the size of this bale. It literally can't fit into shot. Granted, I am now zoomed in to like 1,000,000%. Yeah, these are small conventional bales. These are the only bales in this challenge that I'm going to allow myself and everybody to auto-load, because they're just painfully bad to deal with. Dave being his usual self. Yes. Breaks the game's UI. Genius. These bales work with seasons. Yes, I have used these bales with seasons before. And if they don't, well, I'm just going to buy bales and figure out how many bales I'd need to buy. Because like, if I know how many bales fit on the trailer, which is 34, I know how many bales of these would be a normal big bale, which is 8 of these per normal one bale, 4,000 litres. I can use the buy bales mod just to get the required number of bales in. if these don't work with seasons. Shamrock Valley is based wherever you want it to be based in Ireland. So, it can be based in Cork, it can be based in Wicklow, Wexford, Waterford, Wublin, Wowth. I may have got carried away with the W's. And of course there's one singular grass bale because I made an idiot of myself. I'm gonna go around the field once, check how many bales so far. There is a bale counter in this, isn't there? There is not. So let's check, yeah, let's check how many bales so far. It's probably gonna be around 50. 66! 66 from the first headland. Now onwards. So it's gonna be a couple of thousand bales we get in total. Shamrock could be based in Ireland. Shamrock is based in Ireland. Shamrock Valley is based in Ireland. It's just where in Ireland is up to you. 100% up to whoever wants it to be. Like, if I wanted to be a West Cork map, which is what I'm probably going to deal with it as, I'm going to enjoy it. Do I have a challenge in mind for Lone Oak? I have 2 different ways of doing the same challenge. I have another idea that I might use, and then just generic normal Let's Play. They're kind of the 4 ideas that I'm working with, and I'm kind of being a bit vague about it because I don't want to give away too much. I've got 2 different challenges. One series that I think might be a lot of fun, but wouldn't be a challenge. Whoops. And a couple other things that I could do as well. There's a lot of water in North Dip. That's actually the Midlands during the winter after a storm. Specifically because the Midlands are just all flooded. But yeah, the videos right now, because I just can't be bothered with Farm Sim all that much, are basically just me derping about and doing things that I'd be doing anyway, like Air Holder 2. That was just like a generic career flight for me. Sometimes I'll do 1 flight a night, sometimes I won't do any, sometimes I'll do like 3 or 4, depending on how long they are. I find myself getting like continuously like 2-hour flights to RAF bases for some reason. Hey CD. I don't know if you tested it, but I did. The D1000 is most definitely not compatible with seasons. All the bales disappear at midnight, regardless of what you do. Shamrock Valley release are upcoming. It is upcoming, but according to Oxygen David himself, about 99% done. So let's do another bale check. 122 bales now after the 2nd round of the field, so yeah, we're not going to be short on numbers of bales anyway. However, for these bales, because they're 8 times smaller than the normal bales, normal big bales, I'm going to want to have 8 times more of these before I can sell them, so I'll want about 400 of these before I'm allowed to sell a single one. Pull the ultimate code to see what it takes. Yeah, I did the testing, and yeah, it's not season compatible, unfortunately, which is annoying. I really wanted to use it on this map, and I just couldn't be bothered figuring out what it, like how to get it working with seasons, so I didn't. Hello, Daniel. It's one of those days where I don't mind when Landy goes live, just let me know when he goes live, by the way, because I don't mind if I have to finish a bit early, because I'm gonna need to have like a litre of water after this. But there was 10 conventional bales and a round bale. For this, there are 8 bales per bale, effectively. These bales are 497 litres, which I'm going to round up to 500, so if a normal big bale is 4,000 litres and these bales are 500 litres, there are 8 of these bales to one big bale. So that's how I'm working out the 8 bales per bale thing. Kind of annoyed that MR does have issues with hills, because I think that'd be a cool addition to this, especially with the way the bales work in MR. It is kind of sad that I don't want to use it because I know it wouldn't be fun. Hello, No Limits, how are you doing today? Quick reminder, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We're aiming at 50 likes, I don't know how many we're on. If you guys want to throw in chat how many likes we're currently on. Mobile people, I'm going to say please don't, because your like number is most likely wrong. Because the mobile app is horrific at updating the likes for some reason. Oh, somebody's spraying slurry. 54, very nice. Let's go for 75 for funsies. Why are your messages not showing on the overlay? They are. If you put a message in and it's not showing on the overlay, it means I'm not seeing it in chat because you've used a blacklisted word, or most likely a blacklisted word, or YouTube's just auto-blocked it. Because I've got a pretty robust blacklist to avoid people just spouting abuse, effectively. And to try and keep the chat PG as much as possible. You're stuck on 5 likes. Well, you keep trying, Blage. Eventually you'll get the 6th. Keep talking about cheap wheels is not bad. You might be using words that are blacklisted though, Daniel. You're wondering what the best wheel is? Best cheap wheel, like if you're just using it for farm sim, whichever one's the cheapest. Like, if you're just going to use the wheel for farm sim and don't plan on using it for racing games or anything, literally just get whatever's cheapest, because it doesn't matter. Did I see Silver's video? No, Rob asked me this morning. Rob asked me, and I was like, Rob, I've just woken up. Let me at least fully wake up before I even look at his ugly mug. Because... no, I'm not dealing with him this hour in the morning at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on my stream. Well, if you try hard enough, you might just see that 6th like, Blash. If you believe in the power of positivity and liking the stream enough. If you're using it for like racing games, then get like a G29 or G920. If you want to, Darth, like, most likely won't be able to check until much later because I want to do some iRacing tonight. It's the last day at Motorsport and I want to get some practice in on the Nürburgring and try and start hooking laps together because, oh my god, is that lap difficult. 8 minutes long and it's just so difficult to get one together because the walls are just there. I love it. What are your price range? See, I told you, Blanche, if you believe in the power of liking the stream, it'll hit 6. I did not lie to you. Do I play Forza? I have it. I have Forza. I have not played it in quite a while because nothing in it makes sense to me. I'm used to, like Assetto Corsa, Automobilista, R-Factor, iRacing physics, where things make sense. Like, physics makes sense to me when they're realistic. And then I try and play Forza, and it's like, if you have a four-wheel drive car, you can just spin on the spot. That's not something that happens in real life. Hello, EJ Gaming! How are you doing this fine, beautiful Monday? Is what day it is today? I also hate the bloody anti-cuts in Forza. I know that's silly, but like, there are some corners where the anti-cut that Forza has put in is the racing line in real life, and it's just like, well, I can't take this corner properly, Forza, because you've put a tire wall there. Ever watch Jimmy Broadbent? I watch him most days, James. I usually have him on when he's live. I really enjoy his content. Especially when he's raging at GTEs. Think about the Hori Apex. I've never heard of the Hori. If... I don't know what the price point is like for this. If there's like a cheap Thrustmaster wheel, like a T150 or something, that wouldn't be a bad buy. Thrustmaster wheels tend to be pretty bulletproof. I'm sorry, I need to just... 15 Girl Ben, who is so many things at once that I don't even know what to say. Thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Looking to say, did I forget to put my makeup on? No, but my face is melting a bit, and as is my entire body, and I'm just doing my damnedest to keep cool today. So, no face cam. Oh, I wasn't full throttle. I thought I was. Let's turn the baler off because it's a bit easier to get turned when the baler's off because I can actually use the throttle. He's very committed. Yeah, but at times that... like, that goes against him. As he proved the other day when he just made a really dumb harebrained move on a GTE and killed his own car. That was all on him, and like, if I did that, I'd be just as upset and frustrated as he was. Like a 6-hour race and he bins it in the last hour. When's Horizon 4 releasing? October, November time, isn't it? I'm probably not going to get it on launch. I'm probably going to get Horizon 4, and I've got some ideas for stuff to do with landing and stuff, and like whoever else gets it. But I might not get it on launch. Crew 2 looks okay. Go to Laguna Seca. Have a look at the corkscrew. That is why I do not like the Crew 2. If you're in any way interested in racing, you will know that the corkscrew at Laguna Seca is this wonderfully massive hill that just falls off as you go around the first apex. And in the Crew 2, it's this lovely flatness that just flats when you go around the first apex. It's like... yeah, no, I'm not... I was gonna try the open beta, but then I remembered Laguna Seca, and like, no. Just, no. If you're gonna ruin one of the greatest corners in motorsport like that, just no. For those of you that don't know, I am a big motorsports nerd. I have a habit of watching, like, endurance races a lot. Most Sundays you'll hear me talking about some endurance race or other that's on, that I've managed to find on YouTube. Because of the sun. I love Laguna Seca's corkscrew, because, like, there is a breaking point that you need to know. And if you know that breaking point and you turn in just right, it is beautiful. If you miss the breaking point, you go flying. Or if you don't turn in just so, the car will sometimes just bottom out and go off in a random direction. But if you get the corkscrew just right, and you keep those tires loaded up just so, you fly through that corner. Going down in a MotoGP must be terrifying. I don't know, because like, I would imagine it's more difficult in a car, because in MotoGP you've got your eyes over the front wheel effectively, whereas in a car you're set kind of, why did I lean back? You're set back from the front wheel a couple of feet. So I think it might be a bit easier in MotoGP, other than the fact that, like, yeah, you are just barreling down a hill. Contractor is this. This is an IHC 844 Geese Strata? Guys? You wonder why F1 doesn't go to that track? Did they ever? No, they did not, and I can tell you why they do not. It's because, basically the track's too short. And the facilities are not, according to Formula 1, the facilities aren't good enough. Like, I think it's... there are like videos online of... This is my favorite track. No, it's the Massey 135, but this is the only one that I'm able to use on this bloody baler. There's videos online of, like, I think a Toyota doing laps, doing a fast lap, and I think a Ferrari as well in F2005 doing a hot lap of Laguna. Why do Pirelli have more tires now? Because marketing. And what are they? Stupid. Pointless. Arbitrary. Gimmicks. Don't more words to describe the new Pirelli tires. Because you now have like the soft, the super soft, the ultra soft, and the hyper soft. Hey, VF. Way too hot, dude. It's like 27, 28 degrees outside. My room heats up with the PC anyway, so it's probably like 32, 33 degrees in here today. At minimum. Somebody actually said that to me the other day. It's like, why isn't your favorite John Deere? It's like, because I have eyes. I have personal preference, and my personal preference isn't John Deere. I like the Massey 135. I think it's one of the prettiest looking tractors in history. Mainly because it's just a box. It's just like a stylized box with an engine attached. A shadowy box, one might say. What's the trade I'm going to use to pick up the bales? I'm going to be using one of the Flegel DPW pack from FSUK. Because the Krone one, I feel, holds too many bales. The one I'm going to be using can hold 34 at a time, I think. So again, I'm making things difficult for myself. It's the smallest auto-load trailer I could find. Smart cars are boxes. Well, yeah, smart cars too. And I just like them. I like really pretty, pointlessly pretty cars. But like with tractors, I like boxes with engines on them. Like I really like this IHC because it's just a box with an engine attached. Hello, drum lover. Give me a lot of trips to the field. Yeah, that's kind of the intention, is like, I didn't want to do it manually, because literally hundreds of bales, but at the same time, I didn't want to do it with the biggest auto stacker I could find. Like, I didn't want to rent a truck or something and just bring in a truck and bring semi-trailers full of bales down to the out of the field at a time. I just wanted to kind of strike a balance between difficult and possible. I think I found that with the auto load trailer I've decided on, but you can use whatever one you want with the conventionals in this challenge. It's part of the fun. If you want to do conventionals, there's no rule saying you have to. This is just me making bales difficult for myself. I think Pirelli are a good tire company in terms of F1. No! Why? Because they actually listen to the FIA. If I was Pirelli and I was told, oh yeah, make really bad tires intentionally, I'd be like, no. How does that market us as a good brand if we're making intentionally bad tires that don't last very long? Like, it makes Pirelli look bad. The fact those tires, they just seem incapable of making tires fit for Formula 1 in general. The old Fiat Panda, the bubble car was bubble with an engine attached. A smart car with a superbike engine, doesn't that defeat the purpose of a smart car? How am I going to get them out of the field? I have an auto load trailer. I changed the rules of the challenge. Yes, James, those guys. I changed the rules of the challenge to allow myself to use auto load trailers, but only for conventional for like these small conventional bales. Because I couldn't find like a bale sled or something where I could use a bale grab for them. Which annoyed me, so I just kind of changed the rules to suit it being difficult still, but not to the point where I would get annoyed and just quit the challenge. Which if I had to manually stack all of these, which is what people wanted yesterday, I would just quit. I would just say, nope, nope, just not doing this. No. And these bales, by the way, are going to be split between, I'm probably going to need like 1,600 or so, or 800 bales. Because I want to split them between the cows and the sheep. Because the sheep are going to need hay bales to winter them as well. Yeah, Nishma, was it Nishma who was working on the grab, or was it somebody else? There was somebody working on a grab. I don't know necessarily if it was Nishma. And I know they were working on a grab for sure. Kind of hope that still sees the light of day, but with how long is left in the game, I'm beginning to doubt whether we'll even see the Abbeys. I could have done that, Blash, but the trailer that I've chosen to auto-load is basically the same size as the trailer that I have for bales generally. So I didn't see the point in like auto-loading and then dumping them off the side of the field to load onto a near identical trailer. It's just as easy to auto-load onto that trailer and be done with it. Also, something that I just remembered, and this is kind of unintentional, we'll now be able to move the load all a lot faster. With multiple attachments at once, potentially. As far as I know, do you think they're going to have a small baler? I hope so, but I don't think so. I hope they have like small baling equipment and stuff like that, so that the horses will be really nice to do. Because in real life you do use, by and large, conventional bales for horses. I think it'd be kind of cool if they were in farm sims, so you could tend the horses with conventionals, and you know, have a nice way of starting off with baling if you get like an old conventional baler and a bale sled or something that basically auto stacks them into the neat little piles, stuff like that. That'd be kind of cool. I don't think it's going to happen, but that's kind of my dream for FS19. The other trailer's bigger. No, it's roughly the same size, if not a bit smaller. Like, I intentionally chose the smallest auto load trailer I could find to Do you think they'll make it? People will make conventional balers as mods. That's always going to be a thing, and that's what I love about the modding community is, like, you'll always get the different sizes of bales as mods, even if giants, and I'm going to call it a failure, fail to bring them into the game. Because at this point I do think it's a bit of a failure that there are no Hestons in the game, despite the fact that they've got Massey Ferguson who own Heston, and that there are no conventional bales in the game, despite the fact they have Lely, which makes this very fine baler here. They got New Holland, which makes some really nice small balers. They got Massey Ferguson, which makes Heston make some really nice conventional balers too. And it's just like, there's so much giants are missing out on, especially like extra equipment that could go along with the Heston bales, like big auto stackers, and with small bales, bale accumulators you can get, and like bale shredders that'll tear big bales down into small bales, and that's a thing that happens. Look it up on YouTube if you don't believe me. Or like, there's another type of bale shredder that bales small bales into big bales. There's actually loads of bales right after they float. It actually loads them correctly, James. It's UAL that I use, so it's gonna work fine. Which ironically, I'm not allowed to use on Sandy Bay. So this is one difference, is like, for small bales I'm allowed to use something that I'm not allowed to use in the easier challenge. Which I don't know if I'm gonna bring that back or not, I'll be quite honest. I'm kind of in half a mind. But someone should make a bale set. Yes, I 100% agree. I've heard there's one on Facebook somewhere, but it's apparently private and a work in progress at the same time somehow, so that'll probably never see the light of day other than on Scrum Hub, and if it does, I'll probably get it because I want me a bale sled. More than I... There's some times where I'll use Scrum Hub because I want something very, 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 very specific, and I'll use dodgy sites because I want something really specific. Because bales are not optimized for consoles. 200 bale max would not work with small. That is probably it, Blaj, but that doesn't explain why there's no Hestons. In fact, it explains even less why there's no Hestons, because with Hestons you'd need less bales. Like with proper big bales, what are currently in game, like usually about 6,000 litre Hestons, they're not in the game by default, and it confuses me why not. Because all you get are basically, I'll call them quadrant bales, but they're not quadrant bales because quadrant bales are 4x4, I believe. You're ready to get that, but you never did. I'd love to see them in 19, but yeah, I don't hold much hope the Giants will improve the bale variety in game. I will make my little rant about small bales and Hestons forever and a day, but I don't hold much hope the Giants will ever listen. Because it'd be nice to have like a variety of different equipment. And with Giants going to PBR with 19, which is confirmed, it's going to mean that a lot of converts won't be able to come back onto the mod hub, because Giants are going to want everything to be PBR. So that might actually hold up modding for FS19 a bit, while modelers actually learn how to do PBR for Giants, for the farm sim mods, to get it on the mod hub. It does, however, mean we'll get much higher quality mods, which will be nice. PBR, physically based rendering, where, and this is a massive upgrade, where instead of having like normal maps and whatnot, the physics basically decide, okay, well this is made of this material, so it's going to be this shiny. This is made of this material, so it'll be this shiny. This will be made of this material, so it'll be this shiny and have this reflectivity and blah 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 blah, and it'll just look so much cleaner. And that's why FS19 looks so much cleaner in the screenshots that are out from Giants. is it uses the physical properties of the materials instead of just like cube maps, and probably normals and speculars will still be a thing, but it'll be physically based. Hello, Ninja Monkey! A quick reminder for those of you watching who haven't done so yet, that if you're enjoying the stream, to not forget to hit the like button. It does help out the channel a lot. And if you are new and you're watching and you're enjoying my bailing nonsense on Heyday 2 Electric Boogaloo, because I couldn't be bothered changing the stream name too much from yesterday, so I just strapped a 2 and Electric Boogaloo to the back to end up subscribing if you want to see more from me. I'm at the moment like really doing a lot of challenges, and videos are just kind of random games that I'm playing at night. I kind of want to do Crusader Kings 2 videos, but Many True Nerds just started a series on that, and I'm probably going to watch the crap out of that. Plus, Crusader Kings 2 is something that I can't really figure out what an episode is, or would be. Like, even if I went time-based, it'd be like, and I'm in the middle of a war, and that's all we have time for, thanks. Yeah, Crusader Kings 2 is not a game I could make videos on. Mainly because of some of the subject matter, good lord. I get really vindictive and evil in Crusader Kings. That Black Sheep made a bale sled? No. They made like an accumulator for, or an auto stacker for their Hestons, I believe. Hoping round bales are better. That's something we always hope. That's the forever hope in Farm Sim, that the round bales will be improved. But no, nobody's ever made a, like, since FS13 there's been no real bale sleds for Farm Sim, which is a real shame. The last one I can remember was with the Ferguson pack from NI Modding back in the day, which I really want to come back, because that was just basically, you get yourself a small old harvester and you've got yourself a full farm's worth of equipment. One reason you're holding off FS19 completely is because your performance on your laptop. If you're able to run FS17 on like medium or better, you'll be fine. These bales are tiny, yes, that's kind of the point of them. That's why they're called small bales. Because they've got the unusual distinction of being quite small. Thank you, autosave, for doing that. While I unlock my phone. And wait for it to stop derping, because it always derps. There we go. So where's everybody watching from? Let's have a bit of fun. Where's everybody watching from today? I know we got a lot of people from the UK watching, just from the names. We got a few Irish people. I wonder is anybody watching from anywhere like really weird or interesting? Galway, Norfolk, Portsmouth, Midwest US, I forgot about you, North Korea, thank you, Bucko. You just had to meme it up, didn't you? The excuse me, EJ, it's Battlestar Galactica. Sweden, Netherlands, Durham, Lancashire, hello Lancashire farmer, Ireland, your PC, hello Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf, did you hear that Shamrock Valley's nearly done? Like, I wasn't aware of this at all. Yours is Nimitz, Beetlejuice, which you've misspelled, thingy. Mars. Mars the planet or Mars the Roman god? My house. Somebody else from Mars. We got a lot of Martians here today, apparently. Ernie's watching in the... Ernie, if it's like an ice bath, I would totally be fine with that. Shamrock Valley is 99% done. Streaming later, but you're probably running late. That's fine. I've got myself kind of Coke to hydrate. Bit warm, a bit, yes. Oh dear. Neptune, the planet or the Greek god? The planet. No, the planet. Thank you, Kieran, for clarifying there. Coke is best hydration method. Coke is quickest because there's no small bottles of water downstairs and there's cans of Coke, so I grabbed I grabbed what was easiest instead of refilling my 5-litre drum, which I'm going to do after the stream. Hi and goodbye. You'll let Dave know if he misses it. Yeah, me or Oxy? Neptune, the planet, or Uranus, the planet nowhere else. I think Uranus is actually named after a god as well, a relatively unfortunate god, but a god nonetheless. Neptune. Oh, is Neptune the Roman version? I always thought Poseidon was the Greek version, or the Roman version. I got it backwards. I apologize. Also, EJ, Neptune is not made from gas. It's a water planet. It's almost entirely liquid, but it does have a rocky core, so technically there is something to sit on. Hello, Grasso. I saw that, I saw that. Don't worry, Landy, you're gonna be late. That's fine. That's fine. The planets were before the gods. Sure, they were, well, technically yes, but they were all named after Greek and Roman gods. Stop being sciencey. I'm a scientist, I can't avoid it. It's liquid, but I think it's methane. Oh no, is that Titan that's made of... I know there's one planet or moon that's like liquid methane and it rains fart juice, effectively. There's another planet where it rains diamonds sideways at 1,000 miles an hour. Hello, somebody who's masquerading as YouTube HQ. And is probably going to try and troll me, but fail miserably because I know that joke too much. Too many people try that nonsense. Any tips for chemistry? Chemistry's pretty easy. Like, learn the periodic table, and you're good. How do tides work? It's down to the moon. The gravitational pull of the moon as it rotates around the Earth actually pulls on the water and pulls it towards the moon. When the Earth was younger and the moon was a lot closer, not long after the moon formed, it used to actually change the shape of the Earth. That the Earth would actually bulge out wherever the moon was, and the Earth was doing this weird hula hoopy thing with the moon. But as the moon orbits the Earth, it's actually getting farther and farther away. By like centimeters a year, but farther away. And as a result, the tides are getting slightly less weak every day. And the really interesting thing is, in a few, I think, million years, or maybe billion years or so, the moon is actually going to escape the Earth's gravitational pull entirely. Now, the sun might have eaten everything before then, but the moon will eventually escape the Earth's gravitational pull entirely and just be flung off into deep space. What sort of scientist am I? A microbiologist, primarily. Doing respiration, aerobic respiration, and anaerobic respiration. That's quite easy, though. Like, anaerobic respiration is basically just fermentation. That's how silage is made. Do I still have muscles mode on? Or... Oh, I do, accidentally. Whoops. Is physics tough to Leaving Cert subject? I don't know. I didn't do it for Leaving Cert. I've been kind of learning physics on and off since I finished college, or even when I was in college I was learning physics on and off, but I didn't do it for Leaving Cert. I didn't really do it in college. I was more biology, microbiology, and chemistry based. I actually preferred chemistry going off to college, now I prefer biology. Because I prefer the way that you gotta think about biology over the way you gotta think about chemistry. Biology is a lot more, I guess a lot more fluid. There's a lot of stuff that's left up to interpretation. We'll fall off the edge at some point. That's true. Hello, grass women. Like grass men, only more female. I was trying to come up with a joke, and I was just like, nothing I could say here would be actually worth saying. So let's just go with the bad joke that ruins itself. Where's the face cam? Boiling in oil. Today, Johnny, it's boiling under the heat of the sun. Dave is Landy's boyfriend. You realise, grass women, that Landy's in Canada with his actual girlfriend right now. There's no clean joke there, really. I mean, it could be the grassmen's secret identities. Grassmen at night, grass women. So for our next trick, you gouge your eyes out before you watch Grassmen. I'll watch Grassmen occasionally, but I don't like them particularly much. Like I've seen them in real life. I've seen them in person. They're people. Can't say no girlfriend, Lone Wolf. What map is this? This is the West Coast by BulletBill. These are in the closet. Neither of us are. Landy's blatantly straight, and if you look at my name close enough, you'll see that I'm most definitely not in any closets. I mean, if you're looking at my name and not realizing what it's supposed to mean, then that's your own problem. I ain't hiding anything. It's an ellipsoid. Is that no, not an ellipsoid. It's a spheroid. Is the correct word. It's an oblate spheroid, meaning that it's actually slightly bulging in the center. What am I doing after baling? Picking up the bales. The most logical thing to do. The bales are on the ground. They need to be off the ground in a shed. Well, let's go get the autoload trailer and get the bales off the ground. Yeah, I get the feeling... All these bad trolls have like 17 accounts. I've got 17 accounts, but I usually use them to just annoy Landy at times. And show up with one of them in the hopes that he'll read the name and realise it's me. Because he knows what most of the accounts are, and they're all like hilariously bad names. Spheriode. I do love bad trolls. They entertain me with how badly their jokes just fall flat in their face. How big is each bale? About 500 litres. I think the exact measurement is 497. But I'll double check with the Wobster in a second. Just need to put the baler away. There we go. And for this we can actually use the deer because the bale trailer has no horsepower requirement, which is nice. So off we go. It gives, like, trolls I don't mind because it gives the mods something to do. John Deere! Give me that John Deere tractor over there. Stick-a-dang-dong John Deere. Stick-a-dang-dang John Deere. that green tractor John Deere. Look at my green tractor John Deere going down the road. Look at that John Deere. Look at that John Deere. John Deere down going down the road. Dang, 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 dang. That really hurts my throat. Good lord, I shouldn't do that voice for too long. Where'd I get the bit from? I got it from the Mad Hub. It's the welder on Mad Hub. Have I heard of Mithras? No, I've never heard of Mithras. Why's everybody laughing at my voice? My John Deere. Oh dear. I know it's bad form to laugh at your own jokes, but still. So if this is the baler, the trailer I think it is, not the baler. If this is the trailer I think it is, if I press X. Yes! We have a ramp now. We have a trailer for the load all. We can now move the load all at... Hey, mouse control! Thank you, Blash! We'll get this to the yard and put it on the 135 apparently. Maximum velocity! Lash to the rescue, kind of. Because this is in no way good enough. Can I get this tuned up so that it goes 13 kilometers an hour? 11. 10, 9, 8, no. 10. 11. No, this is as fast as it goes. Front center and the ground. Yeah. I'm gonna swap to the 135. I love how every time I have this idea that I think is really good, the game just decides, no! No, you can't do that! Hello, Gamer LTU. I'm gonna pull in and just drive to the yard with the deer. We'll get the 135 out and see if that'll do it. Hello, Irish Gamer. Every time I say, oh, I've got a really good idea, the game just turns up behind me with a frying pan, wallops me on the back of the head and just says, no! Well, we gotta look forward to it. It has 19 guys. John Deere's going 12 kilometers an hour down the road. For those of you that are new, welcome to RainbowDave Gaming, where nothing ever goes exactly according to plan. Even when I say I've got a brilliant plan that nothing can go wrong, everything goes wrong. In fact, you should be most worried when I say I have an idea. Or I have a plan. No, don't do... No, get off the... No, get off the... There we go. Have I ever driven a tractor? Does it look like it from my gameplay, Johnny boy? Right, let's see if the 135 can actually handle a trailer. What would win? One tractor with 56 horsepower and 4 wheels, or one flat boy? Hello, William. I have a plan should always concern people. Especially people who remember my original plans. Which just kept getting more and more convoluted and weird. Also, I have no idea why those potatoes aren't growing. The trucky boy. This only has 47 horsepower. In theory, it should do worse than the deer, by the way. It's Mr. Hammer to you. Okay, William. Oh yeah, we're on the move at a higher speed than the deer. Conclusive proof that Massey Ferguson is superior to the Green Boys. Conclusive proof. How many bales do we have? I actually need to write that down. 618 small bales created. Oh dear. 618 convention. I haven't left enough room. Bales. Well, that didn't take long. You know when you get that feeling that somebody's just coming in to try and troll and fail miserably? Yeah. You do this long enough, you get that feeling quite a lot, and sometimes you're pleasantly surprised when they don't actually troll. Mr. Hammer got the hammer. No, Landy, he came in a bit earlier, Farming Boy said he's running late, so I'm just gonna extend my stream until he goes live to give you guys something to watch in the meantime. Oliver's better than Massey Ferguson? No, you think you'll find that the Massey Ferguson outdid every other tractor in the world ever at pulling this one specific trailer. There we go, we're stacking the bales. There we go. Oh god, I'm gonna have to restack parts of this. I forgot this trailer like stacks them weirdly. I'm probably gonna have to restack bits. Uh-oh. What the crap? The Massey suddenly turned into a John Deere. In fact, it's slowly turning but going backwards at the same time. Just uploaded a new Cobra IRL video. Ooh, I'll watch that later. Hey, we found some grip. Get the IHC. Oh yeah, we're on the move now. Oh no, skip the green. Oh crap. Is this trailer full? Nope, we got another full row to go yet. I've got an idea for the uphills. Just Clarkson it and use all of the power. Maximum speed velocity. Ooh, can it load more bales still? Or is that now it? Or did it just actually bop that bale on the ground? Okay, we're full. Tractor just trolling me again. Nothing new there. Whoa, okay. Let's let's stop here. Perfect. Hey, Paul. No nooks in testing. I am aware of this. I'm doing good. These are now actual bales, by the way. When they're being auto-loaded, they both exist and don't exist at the same time. These are now exerting physics on the trailer. So these are now physics bales. Which terrifies me. I maybe should have waited to get up to the cow yard to unload. I'm gonna re-auto load and then like re-unload into one of the sheds of the cows. But for moving them, I'm gonna have physics bales. Just so there's a bit of a challenge there instead of just going around with for what the game sees as an empty trailer. How's everybody? Hot today. It's like high 20s here, Celsius. No, don't stop here, please. Jack Thomas, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. I have 618 bales to be exact, Paul. If you want to divide that by 34, you'll know how many loads of bales I'll have to move. Just for anybody who wants a bit of entertainment. Facecam's on. No, it's not Barn Lodge. I'm actually watching the stream as I'm doing it. In fact, I usually watch the stream more than I actually watch the gameplay side of things. I'm usually looking at like OBS to make sure that everything's running fine in the stream and there's no frame rate hitching like there kind of is now at the moment for some reason. There's a bit of frame rate hitching going on and I'm not sure why. How many liters is one small bale? $464 liters. You can multiply that by 618 and get the number of, or the amount in liters of hay that I have baled today. How am I? I'm pretty good, thank you very much for asking. You can even multiply that by 8 to see, on average, how much would be in a big bale, or standard sized in-game bale. So you can have fun with maths for once. -1 for the grass bale. Yes, 617, because there is one grass bale hidden in it. 71,600. No, you need to divide it by 8. 71.688. 72 normal bales. That's not bad. So we're going to re-auto load now. And why did the grass bale just magically jump to the top? You subscribed? Well, thank you very much, Paul. Like, you all saw that. The grass bale was in the middle of it. It's like a magic trick. What's the most bales anyone's ever had in Farm Sim? Probably like 1 million or so, because you can get those really ridiculous balers that make bales every 1 liter. The most I've ever had is about 10,000 on a single map. I love when the straps go wonky like that. It's like, yep, this is totally how straps work. Totally how straps work in real life. Let's take the straps off because it looks ridiculous. And I'm going to empty out field 6 first. You had 20 bales because you keep selling them. No, my record isn't 10,000, it's like 2,000. But they were all really small bales, and I only had a stacker that could take, I think, 50 bales at a time. Gotta make sure that the air is strapped down. I know, TJC. If Landy's not here by 7:30, I am going to end the stream, because I do want to, like, get liquids and drink. Because I'm slightly concerned about being dehydrated today, because of the temperatures and all of that kind of stuff. Hello, Mind Blow. We are right now in overtime. I'm usually not live at this point in time. I'm just going until, hopefully until Landy goes live, or until 7:30, whichever comes first. Music's really good today. I'm enjoying this. So we're going to deal with field 6 first. Dave or David? All of the above. Also Bob. You dehydrated at school last week. Oh. What's my favorite thing from McDonald's? Chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets. I can't get enough of those McDonald's chicken nuggets. Too late, Baron Lodge. I already read your message. You retracted it after I read it. Jeff is another one, yes. I also occasionally go by the name Simulate's weird friend who keeps doing some weird stuff. Coco Rummer's just saying Texas because he's delayed by like half an hour. If you think Landy's boring, wait until I'm in a bad mood and streaming. They're not fun streams. I'm luckily in a really good mood today for some reason. Probably the vast amount of caffeine. Because I had a double strength cappuccino. I get like, you know those instant cappuccinos you can get in like Tesco? The ones that come in the sachets and it's like, yeah, 1 sachet is 1 cup. I used 2 this morning because I was just like, I am not in the mood for non-caffeinated streaming. I'm going to have too much caffeine and then just be hyper for the day. And it worked. You woke up in a hospital bed. That's not fun. That is in no way fun. It's never fun to wake up in a hospital bed for any reason. How come the Massey's able to deal with the hill from this side though? Oh, because it's a lot less steep. Maybe I should have started going around this way then. Oh god, we're overspeeding. This is gonna end badly. Yeah. We're fine. I'm boring. There are like thousands of other people streaming right now. If you think I'm boring, go find somebody else to shout at. There's bound to be somebody who engages exactly what you want in whatever game. There's probably hundreds of farm sim streams, most of them not in English. Used to be a time where I was the only English stream at like my time. So I'd get like 100 people in because they all wanted to just watch Farm Sim. I didn't care how. If I did that in real life, I'd have to change my trousers. It's a good thing I'm not wearing trousers, isn't it? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, you would. You definitely would. That said, if you've seen some of the stuff I've done in iRacing Drum, no, I wouldn't. How am I going? I'm going good. My PC is like, ow, hurting my legs, so it's getting really quite hot. So, yeah, there's another reason I'm going to have to end the stream in about 15 minutes or so, at the very latest. But guys, just let me know when Landy's live. I will shut down the stream and send you guys over to him when he is. Maybe Mindblow will find him interesting. Or get, you know, eaten alive by Landy. One of the two. What's the challenge about? It's about making Farm Sim as difficult as I possibly can. TSA Cheesecake 4549. What was I saying about my racing? Some of the stuff I've done is incredibly stupid. Like even in the video that I put up the other day, or was it yesterday? That lap I spent 0.2 of a second behind the other guy. I was terrified that entire lap, and I was just like, I've got to not hit him. Farm do I use? I use the main yard. It's the blue one. That is the farm I've nominated as my work yard. I'm allowed to store bales elsewhere, but all of my machinery, barring the Profi Opera I'm using for the sheep, has to be stored on that yard over there. Landy is live. Drumlover, are you trolling me, or is he actually live? Landy's live. Landy's on countdown. Landy's live. Okay, good. I have filled time sufficiently for Landy. That was the entire intention of going a bit long today. It was just fill time so Landy gets as many people as possible. Guys, if you want more Farm Sim goodness, you get viruses by downloading mods. Yes, especially from some sites. If you want more Farm Sim goodness, number one, subscribe to me. I pretty much exclusively stream Farm Sim. The videos are random games that I enjoy. Pretty much exclusively stream Farm Sim every day, 5 until 7 GMT. There are some days, or BST, Irish time, whatever. There's some days that I take off because my sister has night shifts or whatever, and there's stuff going on or something like that. But I'm pretty much daily live at 5 PM Irish time-ish until about 7 PM or until Landy goes live, whichever is easiest for me to do. Today it was easiest for me to just go until Landy went live. And of course, subscribe to Landy Kid, who is live right now over on his channel. I'll leave by saying I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching the Insanity Challenge on the West Coast in Farming Simulator 17. Take on the challenge for yourself if you want, and you can make videos or stream or whatever if you want as well. Blanket permissions. Just give me a shout out or something and put in the description the rules and the channel link or whatever. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, stay safe and goodbye.
You burn to stand above. Are you proud of